This Ford Expedition rental is not the best tripod. Shut the car off, dog. Gotta get that sound. Oh! That's pretty much still how my last 3 days are going. So, here's the deal. I am going to make a video today. I am going to respond to some things. I'm just going to talk. I don't know if this is going to be a video about Trisha or if it's going to be a video about me. But the thing is I'm in Boston. My sister's getting married today. Trisha was supposed to be here for the wedding. I decided that she shouldn't come. I think last week. I'm really sad that she's not here. It sucks. It was really fun to be around her. She's, it's always fun with her. There's been so much said. I just watched a 37-minute video that she posted. I texted with her last night. We had some good moments texting last night. We had some bad moments. We had some frustrating moments. I still love her. I'm not over her. First, let me say that I'm not in love with my ex-wife. I just wanted to live close by. When I go hang out with my ex-wife and my 2 kids, I'm trying to give my kids moments where it's the 4 of us. And I don't guess she doesn't understand that. I'm trying to, if you think about my little girl, for her to not, have her mom and dad at the same time and not ever have those moments, I think that's really sad. So I want to give them those moments. I want to give them the appearance that we do all love each other, because it's not even for appearances. We do all love each other. I love my ex-wife. She's an incredible woman. It turned out that I couldn't live with her. It turned out that we wanted different things. My ex-wife has, jumped leaps and bounds, and she has a boyfriend. She has an amazing boyfriend, and he's a cool dude, and I'm fine with it. And it's like, I guess she couldn't accept that. I would have, invited Trisha to come out to dinner with me and my ex-wife, but there was just so much animosity between, the 2 of them. And there was a lot of vitriol coming from Trisha all the time about her. And it just seemed like, well, I probably should have. I probably should have introduced everybody, but I never did, because there was just like, oh man, it's going to be awful. It's going to be a fight. They're polar opposites. I mean, if you could see my ex-wife and then see Trisha, you'd be like, wow, they're night and day. Which is okay. I also want to say that, first of all, that Trisha was incredible around my kids. Incredible. It was probably the thing that made me like her the most. Like, my heart would melt to, probably because, she could be so, I'm trying to choose my words better, because she's right. I don't choose my words well. I'm bad at that, and I'm working on it. But she could be pretty intense and about things, and, she's on the internet screaming or whatever she's doing. She's crying on the internet. But when she was with my kids, she was, man, like the perfect person. Didn't try to be their mom, but also was like an adult, and, bought them things, would like, maybe if she like bought one of them something else, she would like go to the other and try to, like buy them something, or not even just buy them something. Like maybe she would buy Charlie something, but then she would kind of talk to Wyatt about guitar or something, like, and she was able to, and when they were around her, they were different people. I remember the first time they met her, they were competing to see who would talk to her next, like, and one would start talking and the other would come in with something else to say, and I mean, Wyatt would have a violin under his arm, like, oh, look at this, and Charlie would be tap dancing, you know. So she was amazing with the kids, and she never, and she brought up a good point last night, which was, I know if she was here, she wouldn't bring up any of our drama around the kids. I know she wouldn't. And I remember when we went to Disneyland, I felt complete for the first time in a long time when we were there, because it was like, wow, like, oh my God, like, she's like being so great and so nice. And anyway, so it's like, it's hard to be divorced, you know, it's really hard. I just want those kids to have everything. I want them to be productive members of society. I want them to be able to work. I want them to have a passion, you know, I really do. But this idea that, like, I don't know what I'm going to say next. I've been getting a lot of really, really bad emails about the fat shaming. And that's okay. I don't really care. I'm not mad at Trisha about that. It's fine. You're disgusting. You're a POS. What else? You're disgusting. Got a lot of "you're disgusting." How could you say that about your girlfriend? And then there's the issue of what was said on the tape. You know what? David has said this to me too. Like, I do choose my words poorly, and you know, part of I really got into the mind of people that are overweight, and I was a fat kid, so I understand. I think partially when, like, you know, we make fat jokes or something, or if we say, oh, Zane, you're fat, or whatever, or Zane calls me fat, or whatever, or it's like, it's so funny to me because I was there, and I know how tragic that it feels. Tragic to me, and that's why it's funny to me that someone, you know, can't stop eating or whatever. But I've been reading a lot of the comments and a lot of the emails, and I understand. I've really been thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, I guess for a lot of people it's a disease, and like they can't stop. And I guess, you know, and that's why with Trisha, like, you know, she was reading these texts, and I know she takes these things and I don't know if she's twisting words or if she's just hearing what she wants to hear. But like I said, yeah, like, I guess I realized that, you know, I don't want to be around. I don't want to. She would order, one time she ordered like chicken parmesan at like 11:30 at night for a mukbang, and I was like, I can't. I'm 45 years old. Like, I could have a heart attack at any moment. And so, like, I can't be around it. And I want to eat. And but I don't, these emails that are getting are like, let her eat what she wants, blah, 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 blah. And that's not the case at all. All I'm saying is, like, she can have chicken parmesan. I'm saying, like, let's just have some sort of like reason with it. Just like something, not like this and that and that. Like, how about, like, hey, you're going to do like a mukbang on Friday, so let's maybe try to eat healthy on Wednesday and Thursday. Or, you know, I once read this book. I was like really overweight, and I once read this book, I think when I was like 40, or maybe I'm 45. Maybe I was like 42. I lost a lot of weight. I got down to like 175, and I was really happy. That was like the happiest I'd ever been. And I was like, I ate the same thing every day. I read this book by this mobster who worked for Whitey Bulger in Boston, and he was like, it's called Brutal by Kevin Weeks, and he said Whitey Bulger, who was the biggest mobster in Boston, was so successful because he led a regimented life. So he wore the same thing every day. He ate the same thing every day. he worked out the same way every day. And I really got into that mindset, and I was like, and that sort of worked for me. I was struggling with bipolar disorder. So like, let's be clear, like, you know, I have my own problems too. Trisha's not the only one that, you know, can be unstable. That's totally fair. And, you know, so I was like really struggling, and this was like a big part of my divorce, was like, I was doing Vine, and I would go out and I would I would have a lot of fun doing Vine all day. Oh man, I'd maybe make a Vine with King Batch. It was pretty exciting. I thought he was a really talented guy. I would make Vines with Brandon, and I'd get really excited, like, oh man, it's like a real rush, like, haha, that was funny. And then with Vine, you would see, like, right away, you'd see something get like, oh my God, that was like 20,000 likes in 10 minutes. Like, what the heck? Like, that was like a real rush too. So it was like validation, whatever. But then by 8 o'clock, I couldn't pick my head up at all. And I was like, and I think like I had like no adrenals in my head. I had no blockers in my head. And that was like why my marriage was going down, and I was eating a lot, whatever. So I just was like, all right, I got to do this. I got to cut this out. I mean, I'm old. So like if I eat chicken parmesan at 11:30 at night, like I wake up and I can't move. Like my back, it feels like someone beat me with a bat. Like that's what it feels like. I mean, even this morning I woke up and I was just like, I can't even move. And so that's why I can't eat. I can't. And so, and I think I know she understands that, but it was never like, I just hate when she would twist it and be like, you think I'm disgusting. You can't look at me. And it's not at all. Like, I like women that are full figured. Like, I prefer it. I really do. So I that's just not true at all. And I owe Trisha. She's right. I need to choose my words better. And so just getting back to like the fat thing, I think that's why I think it's so funny, is just because I just know that pain. I know what it's like to be like, oh my God, I cannot stop eating, and I am eating myself to death. I can't move because I'm so fat. And so it's like a serious thing with me. And like, she did this thing in her video, which is like, I'm not laughing at her. I know if she was here, she would think it was funny, but she was like, she was crying, and she was like, and I was buying him candies. I was putting candies there, and I was leaving little Reese's for him, and meanwhile he was making him so like that. Please don't think that like, look, I'm not a guy that's going to sit here and talk about being triggered, and I'm from a different time where we don't talk about that. And it's like, you know, this idea of being triggered, like, hey, okay, here's a minefield of things that I'm not going to tell you what it is, but once you do say that trigger word, then it gives me license to say whatever I want and cry and call you and demonize you and make you the villain. Like, so that whole concept, like, I don't get behind it all. Like, Trisha put Reese's in the cabinet. That's on me to say no to those Reese's. I mean, like, a normal person can say no to the Reese's. I can't. Not her fault. I would never. And also, like, let's be honest. It's kind of funny that I go and I eat Reese's at 2 a.m. I mean, I'm weak. I'm a weak person. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, that's just the way it is. But I just, so anyways, yeah. So I guess I learned a lot from this. I learned about, you know, the words I use and calling somebody fat, even though I never called her fat. You know, I did the joke that was said on the tape was, I got the tape. I have the tape. And the producer says, I can't play you the tape because for legal reasons, but the joke is, and I guess I owe Trisha an apology. I really do. It's so funny. It's so funny, like, what I called the producer and I said, I need that tape. I need that tape. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe it'll save the relationship. Or maybe it'll you know, maybe it'll do something. And he said, okay, I'll get it for you. I'll get you the tape. And then he got it, and he was like, you can't broadcast it. I'll give you the audio. I'm not giving you the video. And please don't broadcast the audio. I said, okay. So the transcript from the tape is, the producer says, okay, so he tells Trisha, you guys say you're the, I'm so sorry. I got to get this right because you know how freaking important this is. And this is in defense of Trisha. I owe her an apology. I really do. Let me shut this off and I'll... Okay. So the producer says to Trisha to go like this, to say, we are one of the biggest YouTube couples. He feeds her that line. And so I say, yeah, in weight. Like that. And then she says, babe, like that. And then, so when he sends me this text, I think, okay, I'm in the clear. I never said fat. I never said it. So she's wrong. She lied. Well, the truth is, and then a couple minutes went by and I went, oh, wait a minute. And I read the rest of the text. I read the rest of the transcript. She says, babe. And then after that, I go, I mean, we both are fat. Like that. And then I say, I'm sorry. Well, first, and so I meant we both are fat. I meant we both are fat. And then she goes, and then I say, she kind of goes like that. And I go, babe, I thought you liked that joke. I thought that joke is okay. Like that. So like, I didn't even know that I said that word. And I did. I said it. I said, so it's like a really, really, really poor, it's a bad joke. I actually think the joke landed kind of funny. Like if it was Zane sitting in there, Zane would have laughed. Not that Zane's fat. Zane's not fat. Zane's been looking really good lately. But I did use that word fat. And so like, I totally, oh no, here comes Wyatt. Hey! Oh God, I just want to finish this video. What is it? What are you doing? Okay, I'm doing this video. What is it?
No, Grandma wants me to come tell you something.
What?
To call the Uber at 11:30 sharp.
Okay.
But sharp, because she wants to get here early.
Okay. Love you too. Oh my God, that's my life. So I owe her an apology, and I'm like not gonna use that word. And for people that are struggling with their weight, I'm really sorry. And like, you know, this 2018 that we live in, I hope that people can learn from their mistakes and be forgiven. And like, yeah, believe me, I am gonna be really careful, you know, about people's feelings and stuff. And I mean, that's it. This is a 20-minute video. It's so long and ridiculous. And I just wish, I said to Trisha last night, I said, I brought this up. I said, maybe can you go talk to somebody? And she didn't like that at all. And like, she said, you need help too. I said, yeah, I do. I should go talk to somebody too. I said, why can't we better ourselves? Don't be so arrogant as to say that you can't be better in some way. You're not perfect. I said, I want you to change. She goes, well, if you really love me, you wouldn't need me to change. And I said, I want you to get better. You know, she goes, well, those are two different things. And I just was like, okay, you know, I do love her. I really do. I love her so much. I think that I just wish we could figure out a way she would just calm down and not be jealous about other people. But then again, I guess that's probably what makes her so great, is that she loves so hard too. So she said something really funny last night. She goes, she posted this video at like 3 a.m. I was asleep at like 11 p.m. here, and then she started texting me and woke me up. And then I was woken up, and then I was all fired up about everything because we're going back and forth or whatever. And then a couple hours later, I was watching Lady Gaga's A Million Reasons on Howard Stern's channel. It was really good. And then I said, I'm watching your video. I'm watching your new video, The Real Reason We Broke Up. And she said, babe, don't watch that. It's personal. And I was like, well, then why did you... I'm like, I think you don't know the definition of the word personal if you posted it to 4 million people. And she kind of laughed, and she thought that was funny or whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I have to keep posting videos. And so that's why I'm posting this. I hope this doesn't seem as like a rebuttal to her. I guess it is a rebuttal to her. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess that's why. All right, I gotta go to my sister's wedding. I'll probably just keep making videos all week because I have to take care of kids. Trisha was gonna come, and I was really hoping to put the kids on her and have her watch them while I watch TV, but that's not gonna happen now. All right, I said a lot. I love you guys, and have a great day. Okay.